I misheard. I believe we opened at 6:30 a.m. This morning.
7:30?
I'm not sure. So we're just going to get that out of the way. Good morning, everyone, and happy 2022 primary election day in North Carolina. I'm Karen Brinson Bell, Executive Director of the State Board of Elections. Thank you, Chair Sircosta, for your opening remarks. We appreciate the service of our state and county Board of Election members to the voters of North Carolina. Today, hundreds of thousands of North Carolinians are making their voices heard in the statewide primary. Voters will select candidates from the Republican and Democratic parties to appear on ballots for the November 8th general election. Voters in approximately 30 municipalities across the state are also going to the polls to elect mayors and city and town council members. These include municipal contests in Charlotte, Fayetteville, and New Bern, among others. To pull off successful elections, we rely on our bipartisan county boards of elections in all 100 counties and their trained professional staffs. We also count on thousands of trained poll workers of all political affiliations who work at the 2,660 Election Day voting precincts to ensure that your vote counts. These are your neighbors, former teachers, basketball coaches, veterans, and relatives, all from your community. As you know, in-person early voting ended Saturday across the state. Even before today, our county boards have already served nearly 600,000 voters, far above the 295,000 North Carolinians who voted early and by mail in the 2018 midterms. If you are a registered voter and have not yet cast your ballot, you still have time. Polls are open until 7:30 p.m. this evening. If you're in line by 7:30, you will be able to vote. Unofficial election results will begin to post on the State Board's website after all polls are closed. And last but definitely not least, we want to remind voters that we have countless safeguards in place to help make sure your vote is counted and that the final results are accurate. We do this work every day of the year and we take it extremely seriously. There is so much false and misleading information about elections out there, and we urge you to please reach out to election officials at the State Board or your County Board of Elections if you have any questions about the elections process. We also have an abundance of useful information on our website, ncsbe.gov. And now I'll open for questions. Keith, I think we'll go to the phone lines first.
Yeah, for reporters on the line, press 1 at this time if you'd like to ask a question. Press 1 to ask a question, please. First question this morning will be from Courtney at WITN. Courtney, go ahead.
Yes, my question is, with all of the doubt that we've heard from so many people about election security, are you able to hear me okay?
I am.
Okay. With all of the doubt surrounding election security, what can you say to reassure people that whenever they do cast their ballot, that it is counted accurately and that there is a proper security process regarding election procedure and the protection of everyone's individual vote?
I'm really glad you asked this question because we have systems in place and are methodical in what we do and have been for decades in securing our elections. Since 2006, we have had standards in place regarding logic and accuracy testing that's done on every single piece of election equipment and ballot style and all the components before they are deployed to polling places. We also, following every election, conduct a post-election audit that includes a sample hand-to-eye count of randomly selected precincts and voting sites. That random selection will happen actually tomorrow morning at the State Board of Elections, and it will be bipartisan teams that verify the accuracy of those machines through that random selection. And then there are additional audits that take place to verify and validate the elections. We furthermore have put in procedures for cybersecurity protection working with our state and federal partners as well as our experts through the State Board of Elections to monitor any activity from cyber interference, which we have been able to mitigate and prevent. And then there's just so many procedures in place by those bipartisan teams that are on the scene, conducting the elections at the polling place. They follow chain of custody procedures, unique seals for our materials. There's so many things that take place to ensure